Good evening. My name is Matt Dozenbrock, and this is a case analysis on Hilton Worldwide Holdings Incorporated. Uh, Hilton Hotels were founded in 1919 by Conrad Hilton. The first hotel that actually carried the Hilton name was established in 1925. A huge accomplishment is about to approach. The Hilton name, or the hotel brand in itself, is about to hit the 100-year mark. Hilton today has 14 separate brands covering 5,200 properties over 105 countries and territories across the globe. Their main competitors from a hotel, or what I would consider, as we go through this case analysis, the more traditional forms of lodging, are Marriott International, Wyndham, and Intercontinental Hotels. Intercontinental Hotels is the parent company, which houses like the Holiday Inn and so forth. These are the three. Obviously, there's several hotel brands and parent companies out there, but these are really the ones that seem to compare the most from a global aspect, as well as asset size, the largest four in sales and so forth. I've included non-traditional forms of lodging such as VRBO. There's others like cruise lines and other forms of lodging. And then I've also added OTAs. There seems to be a growing concern with online travel agencies such as Airbnb, Travelocity, Expedia, and so forth. The reason those have really surfaced is, again, most of these hotels, as we'll find, focus on differentiation strategy, and these online travel agencies seem to make price a little bit more prevalent in what consumers are going to choose. Hilton's strategy, again, as we just mentioned, is differentiation. There are various price points among the 14 properties, or 14 brands rather. They really focus on the customer experience and gaining customer loyalty through their rewards program, the Hilton Honors program. Their key challenges is they really have a strong reliance on revenues driven from the U.S. segment. Approximately $7 billion of their total, just over $9 billion in revenues in 2017 were from the U.S. market. I bring this up because that is a concern in the banking industry, which is what I'm part of. We're reviewed based on concentrations in credit. For example, if a certain industry were to have a pitfall and we have a large concentration of the majority of our asset mix, we could potentially take a large hit there. Also, we review clients based on that. For example, if their revenue is really based on one customer in general, obviously that opens the door to being, or opens it, makes it that much more risky just in case that client were to go out of business. Further differentiation in this ultra competitive industry and the threat of new entrants. Although it's very difficult, we're seeing a rise on that again with VRBO and how some of these online travel agencies are shaking out. And then continuing to harness technology for their complex communication channels, as well as continue to build their customer relationship platform. Their external environment, some of the political factors that they're faced with are, for example, the Trump travel ban, which I think is affecting the whole travel industry. Economic, they face cyclicality. Things such as home values, unemployment rates, etc., can have a huge impact on how the travel industry and the hospitality industry is affected. Sociocultural, a big thing right now is harnessing the millennial generation. Technology, especially with as large of a corporation as Hilton is, they have a heavy reliance on technology for customer relationship and communication. Ecological, as with many industries, there's a growing concern for being environmentally friendly. And then from a legal aspect, hotel companies in general face different legal implications from foreign, U.S., federal, state, and local laws. Their internal environment, I'm somewhat surprised in reviewing their balance sheet. Their tangible resources and assets, they really consist of real estate, buildings, land, employees, or probably their largest. Surprisingly, real estate, building, and land, really it doesn't make up the largest portion of their balance sheet. As we move into intangible resources or assets, it's interesting to see that goodwill and brand actually account for $10 billion of their total $14 billion in assets. So that really goes to show just how important the brand is, how strong it is, and I also list employee knowledge, which is technically lumped in with goodwill. Again, those items seem to be irreplaceable for a company like Hilton. In conclusion, Hilton needs to focus, continuing to focus, I guess, on international expansion, whether that's through new builds, franchises, or acquisitions to help level out that revenue stream. Need to stick to their differentiation strategy and continue to innovate, stay ahead of the curve, and continue their emphasis on the customer experience and loyalty to safeguard against some of those other new entrants or non-traditional forms of lodging, because they are, as the Hilton CEO stated in an interview, they really consider them to be in a separate type of business. Again, from a technology standpoint, they need to continue to innovate and better their communication internally, and also utilize that to strengthen their customer relationship platform, all in all, enhancing their overall customer service.